Next up on KSL Outdoors.
Another beautiful backcountry rainbow.
We're off to Middle Earth in search of some remote New Zealand trout. Plus,
oh yeah, look at that.
we take you on a hunt for the roaring Red Stag.
I'm Adam Eakle, and this is KSL Outdoors Kiwi Style.
KSL Outdoors with Adam Eakle is brought to you by your local Ford stores.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to KSL Outdoors. I'm here with my big buddy, the big outdoors, Big Tony Abbott. And Tony, where have you brought us this week?
We're in Middle Earth, Adam, New Zealand, and it's round 2 for you. Second time.
It is. 9 years ago, my wife and I came out here. We had a phenomenal time. She shot her first stag. We went and did some fishing, and that's what we're going to do today, go fishing.
Sounds like you're going to drag me with you. I hope I'm not bad luck.
Don't bring any bananas.
No bananas.
So yeah, we're here in South Island. We're going fishing. We're going to target some big trout. Later on, someone might even shoot a stag.
Or a fallow.
We're heading up to Broken River in the Canterbury region near the Portals Pass. Great little bit of water. Plenty of rainbows and browns, so hopefully we'll get onto a couple of them today.
We're fishing with High Peak Station, a family cattle, sheep, and wildlife ranch run by the Guild family. The ranch offers hunting, which we'll showcase later, and fishing.
There's a lot of rivers around where we are. We're very blessed for our the natural landscapes in terms of good water, good healthy fish populations, trophy fish, maximum hookups, whatever it is. We've also got a little private lake on the property.
Nice little rainbow.
There's everything from adventure fishing where you're going further afield and potentially overnighting out away from the lodge right through to something very accessible.
It's great to see this bit of water producing nice healthy fish as well.
And it really comes down to what the angler wants to achieve, you know, where they are in terms of their experience. It really just comes down to, I mean, you know, as I think Zane Grey put it, New Zealand's an angler's El Dorado, so we just try to create our own little El Dorado when those people are out, depending on what they want to do.
The river's looking good, isn't it? A suspicious looking shape lying up here, about the right colour, right length, so we'll put a couple of drifts over the top of it and see if it wants to play ball.
New Zealand is one of the world's great fly fishing destinations. Trout are plentiful in the gin-clear waters of many of these glacier-fed streams. Here, Kiwis prefer to spot and stalk their quarry.
Yeah, we call it trout stalking here. The water's so clear, you can see a lot of these fish, so it makes more sense to try and spot the fish and cast to it, have a target, as opposed to fish blind in a lot of this water. It does mean we're covering a few kilometres today. We'll be doing quite a bit of walking. Isn't always a bad thing.
Ah, nice. Nice little fish.
I'm not sure he's a wall hanger, but it's nice to have that familiar feeling of a tail beat on the end of a rod. Nice little brownie. It's good to see them occupying the kind of water we expect them to. Oh, she's got one.
Look at that. She's back, clean up back here, kicking her butts. It's a nice fish.
That's a good fish, all right.
Who's gonna go get it? Who's gonna get it? Come on, guys.
Yes, beautiful, well done. The colours on that.
Kind of silvery.
Yeah, this is my passion. It's the way I find my equilibrium, I guess.
Is he in that seam?
Yeah. There we go, that's better.
There he is. It's a good fish.
I love New Zealand's backcountry. It's pretty spectacular. And walking up a river with a fly rod is about as good an excuse as you can get.
Haven't seen another fisherman on the river.
Oh, that's the way I like it. There we go.
What a fish. What a chunk. You know, New Zealand fisheries, rivers that is, are usually not known for numbers of fish. We've actually caught quite a few. Now we're hoping to catch a few bigger fish. That coming up, but first, tonight's climate quiz question.
There is a mystery and, quite frankly, magic sight fishing New Zealand brown trout and rainbow trout.
She's got one.
Known as the best sight fishing grounds in the world, New Zealand has no shortage of pristine streams, rivers, and lakes, and some of the most spectacular scenery I've ever fished. Trout have been a part of New Zealand for the vast majority of the country's existence. These fish have become an important part of the sporting heritage in New Zealand. Our climate quiz question is, what year were trout introduced to New Zealand? Now, once you know the year, log on to our KSL Outdoors Facebook page, give us the correct answer. We'll then randomly select and announce a winner on our page the following week. The winner set to walk away with a Climate Static V sleeping pad. KSL Outdoors, powered by Ford. Be right back fishing in New Zealand.
KSL Outdoors is also brought to you by Smith & Edwards, Fish Tech Outfitters, Utah State Parks, the Division of Wildlife Resources, Burt Brothers Tire and Service, Climate, King's Camo, Stedman's Recreation, and Camp Chef.
I can see a fish already down here.
There he just came up, you see him?
Yeah, I see that.
Welcome back to our fishing adventure in New Zealand with High Peak Station.
Yeah, got him.
Nice. Got a little bit further in front and got a chance to...
Yeah, it had to get down.
Persistence. It's a good fish.
It's a nice rainbow, yeah. Hopefully we can get this one out.
This is nice. Oh, that is a nice fish. Well done, Joe.
Not quite ready yet, huh, Carl?
No, he's still a bit green.
Yeah.
He's still got a bit of life in him.
What do you
That's
think
all
of
right.
that fish? I mean, it's a rainbow, probably 3-4 pounds.
Yeah, I'd be stoked if he goes 3.5. Got him.
Gosh,
Beautiful.
look at that.
Yeah, there's a trout.
That's a good one, right in the snout.
There we go. Beautiful New Zealand backcountry rainbow trout. Great.
Gorgeous.
Oh, is he gone? Yeah, he's gone.
Is there a lot of catch and release here?
New Zealand fishermen really like to look after the fishery, so we heavily promote catch and release.
Yeah.
Especially in rivers like this. You know, where a fish of that size, 4 pound, 3.5, 4 pound, might be a trophy fish for this kind of river, so we like to look after it. They're the breeding fish in these kind of rivers, so the more we put back, the more they breed, and you know, it keeps a fishery like this pretty healthy.
They don't stock this river then, or is it all native?
No rivers are stocked in New Zealand. And these are all wild trout.
I come around where you told me, you know, that back eddy, and I walk around, all of a sudden there's two, I mean, nice fish, 3-pounders, maybe more. So I get a couple casts in there and I have one look at it. I flip it back out and my line goes pretzel. So I've been untying it and you guys came, so we got Carl sneaking up there now, but they're two nice fish. Carl, the man!
Run! Woo! Got him!
Is he going?
Yeah, he's gonna.
You may have to cross the river if he goes across.
These backcountry rivers are wild and wonderful places, where the fishing is only part of the adventure. The variety of fishing in New Zealand is huge. I wish we had more than just one day to explore.
He's gone.
Oh, he's gone.
Too much pressure on him.
Yeah. It's a good fish though.
Awesome fish. Wow, that was fun. Just saw him come up. Saw him take the nymph right off the surface even. Man.
Fun.
That's fishing.
On our way out, Carl gave it another go on a fish he lost earlier in the day.
Oh, there you see him?
Yep, got him.
Yes, Carl. The mailman delivered.
Woo!
There's him, we're going in.
We're going for a swim.
Don't say that.
It's a big fish. No pressure.
Yeah, solid fish.
That could be the fish of the day right there.
Another beautiful backcountry rainbow. Amazing how spirited these fish are.
Looks like
Beautiful
a big
colours.
fin. Yeah. They're really silvery.
Beautiful hen.
For you guys, there's rivers like this all over.
We're pretty spoilt here in New Zealand, yeah.
Yes, you are.
I'm not too sure we want you guys showing this all over the States. We'll be inundated with you not friendly folk, but
Bunch of Yanks are going to invade.
hey, we don't mind. You guys are good dudes.
Oh, that's cool. Well, thanks. That was a great day.
Coming up, we trade our fly rods for a rifle and help the big outdoors bag a big old stag.
We'll have that in a moment, but first, back to the guys at Fish Tech for tonight's fishing report.
Hey, the blooming olives are hatching right now. This can be such a fun time of year to fish. It can also be really frustrating. Hi, I'm Mickey Anderson from Fish Tech with this week's fishing report. The blue wings spend their whole life underwater. They can breathe underwater, they're swimming around, they're feeding, they're doing what they need to do underwater. Today's the day and ready to hatch, and they're gonna swim to the surface. Once they hit the surface, they're gonna crack out of that shock. If they don't make it out, and they float down too far, sometimes they can get caught in a riffle or a little chute and they drowned. So 10 minutes ago they could breathe underwater, now they drowned. It's kind of sad for the mayfly, it's kind of fun for the fishers. And this is what you want to use. If you see your fly presentation getting rejected, maybe they're on one that drowned or a cripple, one that didn't come out quite right, and you're going to want to use a pattern like this, real small. Your choice now is you can put it just under the surface by not dressing it and letting it float, or you can put a little bit of floatant on it, and this is going to put it right in the film. Both cases are tough to see. Try maybe a little half a pinch on or a big dry fly to give you an indicator of where your fly is, how it's floating, and if the fish took it. There's a variety of flies that'll work, and we've got them in the store. And for these flies and a whole lot more, come on down to Fish Tech, we'll help you out. And now for tonight's fishing line.
Welcome back to New Zealand, where we've gone from the river to the mountains here at High Peak Station. And our goal is to help Tony bag his first stag.
So we're a ranching operation, farming operation. We have about the equivalent of about 20,000 female sheep, but that's split across sheep, cattle and deer. The important thing is to create a good estate hunt, you really need really good animal management, you need sufficient area, you need sufficient cover, and you need to have a really natural experience for the animals and for the hunter. We do that by having 4,500 acres to offer, which means that in our opinion we probably offer the finest estate hunt in the country. That's by virtue of that large land area, but also a fantastic trophy choice, a free-ranging population within that area.
Right now the stags are in their roar, and quite often that runs from say mid-March through to the end of April. This is our autumn, so to speak, or our fall.
What do you think he is?
Oh, he's a good-looking stag. He's busy.
Yeah, he is. He's got his girls.
He's got a lot going on too.
Our first day in country, we looked over a lot of animals.
Oh, right down there.
But it was this stag we spotted coming out of the bush that really got Tony excited.
He's got a drop off to his right. He's the one that was that was right round by Steep Hill.
Beautiful stag. Yeah.
She's pretty.
Yeah, well, beautiful stag.
But you got to stay within your means. You know what I mean? I mean,
that dropper's cool.
Yeah. Man, now he's gone. We'll never see him again.
We'll see him again.
We spent the entire next morning trying to find that stag, but never could. Finally, late in the afternoon, about a quarter of a mile from where we'd last seen him, there he was, right off the road.
What do you think, Adam? It's up to you, I'm on him.
We found him, and yeah, it was a nice setup. Didn't know we were even there at first.
It's your call, Tony. Beautiful stag.
Then he saw us, got a little agitated, kind of walked off a little bit and gave one last shot at glory. And
I think he just made the decision for you. You want him or not? You'd have missed him anyway.
Yeah, he'd have missed him.
Should we get high up on the hill somewhere and ring your wife and see what she thinks?
So we carried on and, you know, took us round two.
Yeah, we found him not far away, another drainage away, there he was.
We're gonna shoot that stag. I'm gonna try one more time.
We found him again, and it was a great setup. Got looking at him, and then he decided to roar at me. Kind of tipped me over right there, kind of put me on tilt, and I said, oh no.
All right, buddy, you're gonna look good.
Oh yeah, look at that. Good shooting, Toad. He's down, he's down.
Well done.
nice stag.
He took a
It's a
wallop,
beautiful
didn't he?
stag. Great stag, mate. Let's go and see him.
It's a fantastic critter. It, you know, he deserves the proper appreciation, which I think we gave him.
Congratulations.
Pretty cool.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
You were saying earlier that you wish your son would have been here.
You know what? First time I stepped foot in this country, Jake was with me, 2007.
Yeah.
And he probably would have been about 12 or 13 years old. And we got to kill him a stag, thanks to the guild, Simon, Hamish, and the whole crew. You guys, New Zealand, it's magical. It
is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm so excited to show you some more stuff.
Yes.
All right. Hey, more here coming up in a moment, but first, let's check out this week's field guide. Red deer are not native to New Zealand. They were brought to the islands by European settlers in the 1850s, along with 7 other species of deer. New Zealand has no large predators, and so the deer population grew quickly and out of control, resulting in damage to plant species and native ferns. Red deer populations had grown to such an extent that the government classified the deer as noxious animals. The Department of Internal Affairs took control of deer population management in 1930, hiring teams of deer cullers. Between 1932 and 1954, 3 million deer were killed. Today, the Department of Conservation governs hunting on public conservation land. A few of the areas have a ballot system where hunters enter a drawing for access for a limited period of time. For more information on red deer or any other critter found in Utah and around the world, check out our Utah Field Guide on our outdoors page at ksltv.com. For the temperature today, you can't complain. Well, other than the sand flies that keep biting us, it's pretty comfortable. The river's even actually not too bad as well. We're actually just wet wading, so hopefully we've got some warmer days like this back home. Let's find out if I turn it over to Kevin in the weather department. Welcome back to KSL Outdoors. If you've watched our show for the past few years, you know that the Utah DWR and Wyoming Game and Fish have been encouraging anglers to catch and keep small lake trout at Flaming Gorge. Well, now there's a tournament to encourage just that. On April 27th and 28th, the 2 agencies are holding a small lake trout fishing tournament dubbed the Mac Attack Derby. Prizes will be awarded for catching the daily limit that has the most pounds of lake trout under 25 inches. For more information on the tournament, check our outdoors calendar page on our website at ksltv.com.
13 years I waited, and I did it, and there's only one person that should have been here that wasn't. Jake.
Jake.
But other than that, I'll take you for it anytime.
Well, I feel like a little brother to you. Hey, let's see if you can beat old Tony Treebeard's big stag here with this week's Snapshot of the Week. We kick it off a little closer to home. Tyler took his neighbor T-Rex fishing at Fish Lake this winter. T-Rex hasn't been fishing for 15 years, but it didn't show. He caught perch, his first splake, and then T-Rex slammed this beauty of a lake trout. Tyler says his neighbor hasn't quit smiling. Alan has had the pleasure of hunting the South Island of New Zealand. Here he is showing off his nice fallow buck. Alan says these deer are one of the most elusive game animals he's ever chased. It made for some tough hunting, but Alan can't wait to do it again. I met Ben at the ISE show years ago. I knew he was a hunter, but man, Ben, you are truly skilled. Here Ben is showing off his favorite spot at the Bear River Bird Refuge. Ben has taken a nice turkey and even a few bucks. Ben has had some great family and friends who help him hunt and keep him who he is. That's one great kid. Dustin took a day off and went fishing with his boss, Mike Adamson. It was a chilly 17-degree day back in December on the river, and after an hour of no fish, they finally figured out the right setup and the fishing began to heat up. But our winner tonight took a break and his wife's camera to capture these cool shots. Sam Hummel got his wife a camera for Mother's Day last year. He decided to go for a drive and ended up at the Ogden Bay and Farmington Bay WMAs. Sam says taking wildlife photos is something of a hobby for him. He grew up in the area and just likes to be outside. Well, those are some really nice shots there, Sam. Maybe your wife can now borrow your prize, as you just won our Snapshot of the Week.
Remember, submit your pictures or video, plus an explanation of your latest outdoor adventures online at ksltv.com. The winner each week wins a Camp Chef Redwood portable fire pit. Keep warm at the campsite, the tailgate party, or on the back patio. Plus, the winner is also entered into our Ford Trucks quarterly Facebook giveaway for a Camp Chef pellet grill.
From the backcountry to your back patio, Camp Chef, the way to cook outdoors.
Well, we've only been here a few days, Simon, and then we've gone fishing. Big Tony got a big stag, and Russ and I, we're up, we're waiting, we got skull.
Well, look, what more can we do, guys? I mean, we've been threshing it pretty hard. You've been up and down the river, you've been all up and over the hills.
Yeah.
You've got some good stuff to show for it, so what can we say? It's how we try to roll.
Beautiful stag.
We shot so much here, Tony, we have to actually do 2 shows.
We better come back.
We might have to. Hey, don't forget, all the animals that we're going to shoot on this show, you're going to actually be able to check out at this year's Western Hunting and Conservation Expo. You'll actually get to kick the tires a little bit, get to meet the owners a little bit, and talk to them about your adventure coming down here to New Zealand. Until then, I'm Adam Eakle, KSL Outdoors. We'll see you next week. Good night.